Sulfur spring. Sulfur spring is a small pool that generates on the overworld surface, directly above a sulfur cave. You can recognize it by the bubbles rising through the water. Underneath that surface are magma blocks and potent sulfur, which means geysers occasionally erupt and launch anything standing above them into the air. Sulfur caves. Sulfur cave is the new underground biome of this update. It generates at the same depth as lush and dripstone caves, mostly beneath mountains. The walls and floors of this biome are made of sulfur and cinnabar. Sulfur spikes hang from the ceiling, as well rise from the ground, and shallow pools of water sit scattered in different locations. Cave spiders spawn here instead of regular spiders. It is the first time in Minecraft for cave spiders to spawn without spawner. This biome has this warm yellow and red color palette, which is unlike any other underground biome. Sulfur cube. Sulfur cube is a passive mob that spawns in sulfur caves and moves by jumping, similar to magma cube and slime. If you kill it, it will divide just like slime and magma cube. But over time, the small sulfur cube can grow. The interesting part about this is that it absorbs block. Give it any full block or drop one nearby, and the cube swallows it. The block becomes visible inside its body, and the sulfur cube's behavior changes entirely based on what it ate. Wooden logs make it bouncy, ice makes it slide smoothly, wool makes it floaty, iron makes it heavy, magma makes it hot, damaging anything it touches. You can use shears to remove the block from it without harming the cube, or you can put the whole cube into a bucket and carry it somewhere else. Sulfur block. Sulfur block is the main block of this new biome, a yellow crystalline stone that forms the walls and floors of sulfur caves. It comes with a full set of variants, including slabs, stairs, walls, polished sulfur, sulfur bricks, and chiseled sulfur. 4 sulfur spikes can also be crafted back into a single sulfur block. Cinnabar. Cinnabar is the red block that generates alongside sulfur throughout the cave walls. It comes with a full set of building variants: slabs, stairs, walls, polished cinnabar, cinnabar bricks, and a chiseled version. The combination of cinnabar red and sulfur yellow gives a warm color palette that matches with nothing in the game currently. During snapshot testing, Mojang adjusted the colors based on player feedback. Potent sulfur, a variant of the sulfur block that generates at the bottom of sulfur pools. If you place it underwater, it starts to pop bubbles and forms a cloud of toxic gas at the surface. Any player or mob that enters the water near the mist receives the nausea effect, which gets worse the longer they stay. Placing it on top of a magma block results in geyser, which erupts at random times. 9 sulfur blocks can be crafted into a potent sulfur. Sulfur pool. It is a shallow pool of water that generates inside sulfur caves underground. The pool is surrounded by sulfur blocks and cinnabar, with potent sulfur sitting at the bottom. Bounce, a new music disc added with this update, composed by Fingerspin. It is found inside minecart chests within mineshafts that generate in sulfur caves. When played in a jukebox, it has a comparator output of 8. Sulfur spike. A pointed block that generates as a hanging block and rising block throughout the sulfur caves. They grow when hanging from a sulfur block, merge at the tips when placed together, and deal damage when a hanging spike falls, or a player lands on a rising one on the ground. Unlike pointed dripstone, water or lava placed above them does not drip from the tips, and a thrown trident will break them. 4 sulfur spikes can be crafted into 1 sulfur block. Wandering traders can now sell sulfur spikes. You can get 2 spikes for 1 emerald. Also, I am taking donations in form of subscribes to fund the next video. Help if you can.